What it do? Okay. I have been hearing, don't let it go to your head, no. Don't let it go to your head, no, no, no. Um, and to keep yourself grounded, um, when I can, keep myself grounded during these reads by placing the soles of my feet together. And I try to light an incense. Today I lit um, jasmine, tulsi, and rose. It's a combination. It's actually my absolute top favorite. It smells amazing, divine. It lingers for a very long time. So let's get into it. I'm actually starting with the divine doors. The reason why I start with the divine doors is because it acts as a portal. Okay? So we have these two cards. And again, as per usual, the sun, light and dark. This one is all light with beautiful flowers. I'm getting adornment, throat chakra, water, emotions. And even here, I'm getting hair. I got hair here too. So maybe your hair is significant right now. Maybe your hair needs a little bit more attention. I'm getting like over the eye, like how Aaliyah used to wear her hair. And this is like, I don't know, just natural adorning. That's crazy. And plants and flowers can be significant. So this one says the Odyssey. Take in the beauty of country lands and botany. Explore the world wonder like a gypsy traveler's odyssey. Go for a walk. This one says morning memory. Its healing gift runs a destined course. The morning dawn, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. So the sun is very significant. We've been getting that often. Okay. So we open the portal with the sun. Oh, look what I found. This is the book that goes to the herb deck. So I will be using that, and it goes hand in hand with botany portal. Okay. And I also found an old deck of mine, and I also realized I need to clean and throw things out. I also found this bag. This bag is about 20 years old. Yeah, it's older than my son for sure, and my son is 17. to get it fixed because the clasp fell off. But this is a real alligator bag that was gifted to me from Guyana. It's amazing. And I've only worn it maybe twice. But this is something that I brought with me to Thailand. Yeah. So you could be a thrifter. I mentioned that before. You could definitely be a thrifter, and you know how to spot those treasures that people pass up on. You probably have an eye for an authentic bag, and all it needs is a little TLC. And on the TLC tip, I ain't too proud to beg what I call my own. Oh man, it's a song for everything. So yeah, I used to thrift at in New York City at the L Train thrift shops in all the boroughs, and more than any one of them, it was the one on, what was that, on First Avenue. And I got this bag. I left it, but I had got this bag that I wore all the time. And when I got it home, there was a note inside, and it said that it was handmade, so it was unique, and it was just dope. I took that bag to so many places, countries, cities. It was a very dope bag, very unique. Every time I wore it, people would compliment me on it. Then I also got another bag one time, and I wore it. I think I went to Atlanta, and I was waiting to board my flight, and this guy asked me, was I a veteran? And I was like, no. And I asked him why. He said, because the bag you have, that's a authentic army bag. And yeah, it had a lot of like straps and shit that I really didn't know what to do with, but I just let them hang because it was dope. He was like, no, yeah, this is an authentic army bag. It's like, this is where you keep your rations, and I'm like, okay. So yeah, you may have an eye. My God, these cards are not easy to work with. Why these cards? Because first of all, they not even, anyway, they are very smooth and they stick together. But I've had them for maybe 5 years, and the gold trim is still golden. But it's a very nice deck. It's called Accurate as Fuck Tarot. Yeah. Alright. So, tell me more about Now, before I saw the Five of Wands, I was again opposition. So this came out to confirm it. The Moon. And you see it says intuition and illusion. And you see this kind of represents that too. Intuition on the light side, illusion on the dark side. This is all intuition though. That's what I'm getting. The sun. Pay attention to what you eat. You may really enjoy some foods, but they're not good for you. And not when it comes to calories, when it comes to your spiritual side. A lot of foods taste good, but they don't really do us no good. And opposition, frustration and opposition. It can be frustrating to have to change your diet. Yes. I'm going to be very real right now. I'm going through a huge shift, and my diet always accompanies the shifts that I go through. And I get a taste for things that I don't understand why. Some things I've never eaten before, but I know it's my ancestors working through me. So I have been craving like low country foods. I think it's low country. I don't know. Like Gullah Geechee. Not the ones that are advertised, but the ones that you'll find at the backyard party. I have been craving it, and I do have the ability to hold off on cravings, especially if it's things that I don't necessarily eat on a regular basis, like they just come out of nowhere. But not only do I crave it, but I get a downloaded recipe for it, like literally. And when I follow, good things happen. When I don't follow, I'm frustrated. Opposition, yes. Like I create my own battles. So pay attention to that, I've been craving blueberries. I buy a bag of frozen blueberries, and I really enjoy them. Reduced down like into like a cobbler kind of filling, and I'll eat it with yogurt. I'll eat it with a little bit of butter cake or a cinnamon roll. I'll eat it with whatever, honestly. I'll eat it by itself. I really like it. And been good. Clearly my body needs it. So, okay. All right. I haven't been keeping the cards out. I don't know. But yeah, if you follow your intuition and you'll have a good outcome. Compassion and have compassion for yourself when it comes to this, because it could be, you know, like I know on the internet they're always talking about, oh, don't eat this, don't eat that, but if you eat things in moderation, what it is that you crave. And I'm not talking about craving hot Cheetos and shit. I'm talking about food, like an actual animal product, animal body part. There's all kinds of controversies about that. I get it. I understand it. I agree with a lot of it. But some people, like where they come from, their body is nourished with that food. And they're healthy. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So what can you do to extend the compassion for yourself and continue to follow your intuition and not be in opposition of yourself? If I had a magic wand and could have anything I desired in life, what would I choose? Burn with desire. There is power in your desires. Let them be your fuel today. Your desires are your soul's wings, and it's time to take flight. Today's soul action. Today, go inward. Your answers lie within. What do you desire? Choose what makes you happy and do that. That is important. It's very important. Okay? I'm going to choose an herb. I'm excited about this. I haven't used these cards or the book in years. So let's get down to business. I'm feeling sleepy. Crack open. And we have the moon phases. See? And we have like light and dark, sunlight. And it's rose. I love roses. And I'm burning a combination of a rose incense. I use rose water on my face to calm inflammation, which I'm experiencing currently. Rose, but roses have thorns, and you have to be able to get through the thorns to get to the roses. But roses are forgiving. They forgive you with the scent. roses are, oh my gosh. The roses here where I am, they smell amazing. They smell so good. I don't even want to possess them. I just want to smell them. And they bloom like this too. Drink some rose tea. That's what I'm going to do today. And the page that this is on 56. 56 is 11. Yeah, intuition. Intuition is imperative right now. And sword, your voice, the throat chakra, right? I'm hearing you could cut a motherfucker with your words and then soothe them. You could cut them with your words, soothe them with your scent. Make a tea, soothe them from the inside. Make some rose water, soothe them from the inside and the outside. Because I've had pastries that were infused with rose water, and it's so good. It's like Middle Eastern pastries. Very good. There was a pastry I had was with farina, and I think it had one that was orange blossom essence, and the other one was rose, and it had pistachio dust on it. Oh. I got it from Queens. I took the Q60 bus. Listen, so if you in New York, go get you some. Light pink roses and just pink roses is for love, but it's also for friendship, I believe. Crack open. I love that. Okay, let's open the book. Let's see. 56. It went right to 56 too. Look at that, it's so beautiful. I love it. Okay. Crack open. Rose species. Yes, that rose sighs as she contemplates Raina Maria Rilke's take on relationships. Rose adores poetry, but despite popular belief, she simply can't countenance mushy love. Rose knows that no experience love, oh my gosh, to experience love in full, you need to be strong, a strong vessel while at the same time cracking open. A contradiction? No more a contradiction than flowers and thorns, murmurs Rose. Rose reminds you to embrace dualities and say both and instead of either or. Illusion, intuition. Once the realization is accepted that even between the closest human beings, infinite distances exist, a wonderful living side by side can grow. If they succeed in loving the distance between them, which makes it possible for each other, for each to see the other whole against the sky. That's really beautiful. Okay, so there's a ritual for it, for each herb, and then a reflection. Okay? Okay. Wear your thorns. This is the duality. This is the light and dark. Like rose, we have been cultivated for beauty. Male or female, we tend our appearance, choosing clothing, colors that complement our complexion, styling our hair, and adorning ourselves with jewelry or makeup. And like hybrid roses, as we cultivate ourselves, it's easy to become rather thornless. Add a layer of thorns to your printing by incorporating a symbol of protection into your attire. Maybe it's a color that acts as a warning. In nature, bright red and black are warning colors. That's like, what's that saying I learned when I was a kid? If red touches yellow, you're a dead fellow. If red touches black, you're okay, Jack. For the snakes, like a poisonous snake or not poisonous. Okay. Think black leather jacket or red scarf. Maybe it's protective jewelry. Celtic cultures wore amber for protection, and some Native American tribes wore turquoise. If you have long hair, try adding hair sticks, symbolic weaponry to your updo. Occasionally, you can find hair sticks made from porcupine quills. You'll feel like Rose with your very own thorns. Notice how your awareness of these thorns makes it easier to walk the world with an open heart. See, I was getting hair. Oh, I love how it comes together. Hair in your face, hair just worn naturally. Hair is your protection too. You know, in enslaved times in America, a lot of runaway slaves and runaway enslaved women and girls had their hair braided in a particular way, and it was seen as a form of protection for the long run because they would place seeds into the braids, so when they get to their destination they could plant, grow food, nourish. And the braids, the cornrows, were maps as well. They were messages, communication. And our hair is it's an extension of our nervous system. Okay. Reflection. See yourself whole. Often we're much better at loving others than we are at loving ourselves. The reason for this, according to Rose, we're too close to ourselves and so are constantly examining our own minute. How to break the habit. Look at the big picture. What kind of friend are you? How do you care for nature? How do you care for, nurture, or protect the people you love? How do you care for, nurture, or protect yourself? What are you exceptionally good at? If your soul had a color, what color would it be? When we can't see ourselves whole, we pick and pull at our tiny imperfections, turning them into gaping wounds, and fatal flaws. Zoom back, see yourself whole against the sky. Wow. Okay. So, okay. This is a great reflection. maybe you could screenshot this, okay? And do some reflection under the moonlight or even in the sun. That is so beautiful. Rose. Buy yourself a rose. Adorn your hair with roses. Okay? Oh my gosh, I love that. I really, really do. And at the bottom of the deck, it says Yarrow, pocket of perfection. Protection. Protection. How are you? What are gonna be your thorns? So Yarrow 108 is 9. Okay? So we have to protect ourselves. Protecting ourselves is not only physical, it's in everything you do. Okay. Pocket of protection. Yarrow. And we have armor. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what a card is. But armor. Maybe you wear gloves. Lace gloves are cute. Maybe you need to because you can incorporate that into your fashion because you have to touch people a lot. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. In older times, Yarrow traveled with warriors while her official job was staunching wounds, keeping the insides in and the outsides out. Wow, wasn't I talking about insides and outsides? Nourishing. Her presence brought bravery to the soldiers she kissed. Today she has much the same task. Yarrow assists you in keeping your boundaries, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual. She creates personal pockets of protection so you can slow down, gather your strength, and find your courage. Yarrow reminds you that boundaries are not just for keeping the outside from coming in, but also for keeping yourself from leaking out, letting thought and emotions run rampant in the world. Yarrow will create a bubble of protection, a bit of sacred space within which you can regroup, regenerate, and recreate yourself. Ritual. Reestablish personal space. In order to ask Yarrow to hold a little space for us, we need to know what space we're asking her to hold. Close your eyes and pretend you're inside a glass bubble. Some people would call this glass bubble your aura. You can think of it that way or stick with glass bubble if that's more comfortable for your mind. Run your fingers along the inside of your bubble, feeling the edges of your body's energy willingly. Suspend your disbelief and trust your fingers. Is your bubble smooth and whole? Are there areas that feel in need of shoring up? If you feel a gap in your bubble, your aura, call on Yarrow to help you recreate the boundaries of your personal space. Reflection. Can you say no? Yarrow has enthusiastically adapted to modern times. She helps us all establish personal space and hold boundary lines. Remember, though, that she's a partner, not a guard dog. In order for Yarrow to do her job, you have to learn to say one magic word, no. These 2 letters can be tough to spit out. If you're concerned about being nice or cooperative, you may find yourself saying yes, or maybe when your heart is actually saying no. How does saying no sit with you? Are you able to say no to being overextended and protect the dreamy little bubble Yarrow offers you? In one healing charm for gathering Yarrow, the healer says the plant is being gathered so their hand will be more brave. their foot more swift, and their speech like the beams of the sun. Okay? So, ritual, no reflection, ritual, and no explanation. Okay? Oh my God. I feel like this all resonated. It resonated for me. I hope it resonates with you. And I hope that you are able to find a way to protect yourself better. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.